Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Coming to you once again from my car, but I thought I would do a little drive with me slash just sit in the car with me. I'm currently on my way to Tim Hortons actually, because I would get a coffee but I've already had one this morning, so I fancy like a hot chocolate, and I think Tim Hortons do some nice like festive autumnal drinks, and I might just see what desserts they have as well. But yeah, I thought we could just have like a really cozy drive together. It's a very cold, gloomy day today in Manchester, and you know what, I just thought let me just chuck a tracksuit on. This is the first time that I have worn a beanie this year, basically since last December. I haven't worn a beanie and it just feels very nice and festive, and it's just getting me in the mood to just film this video with you guys. But during the video I thought that we could kind of just talk about my entire fitness journey. I put like a question box on my story this morning asking for questions for you guys to ask me if you want to know anything. I'm gonna have like the first half of this video kind of like fitness based, and then the second half is going to be more like lifestyle based, like not fitnessy related questions. Yeah, if you kind of want to hear about my entire fitness journey from start to now basically, then that is a lot of what I'm going to be talking about at the start of the video, along with any tips and specific questions that you guys have along with it. So buckle in, maybe grab a cup of tea, a glass of wine, whatever you want to do, and we can just have a little chat together. I'm also just posting this as well as a little bit of motivation for you, maybe for the last 3 months of this year, and to just give you some motivation for 2025 as well. I know that a lot of people start their fitness journeys at the start of the year, so maybe this will give you a little bit of motivation and yeah, just inspire you to maybe start your own journey. And it just puts a lot of emphasis on the fact that progress does take time. I'm just going to say that here right now. I've been on my fitness journey for like 6 or 7 years now, so hopefully that just emphasizes to you that I am not promoting any quick fixes, and I'm not saying that a fitness journey is a quick fix at all, because it's not. So let me just start off by saying that. But I'm just going to pull into Tim Hortons and I will talk to you once I've pulled into a parking spot. Ooh, looking at the menu. I've never really had a Tim Hortons before, so I don't know what is good. Oh no, I don't know if they do hot chocolate. Oh, okay, they do. Either a caramel s'mores hot chocolate or a pumpkin spice hot chocolate. I think I might get the pumpkin spice one, you know? Yeah, let me do that.
Hi, welcome to the cooking order, please.
Hi, can I please get a pumpkin spice hot chocolate? That's it, thank you.
Thank you so much. What size, sorry?
Just a medium, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm excited. Why are drive-thrus always so tight? Not easy when you've got a big car. I'm excited. Okay, I thought I would just move my camera here because, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit of a better angle than up on my little tripod. But I have my pumpkin spice hot chocolate. Let's do a taste test together. I'm gonna actually just see what it, ooh, it's got, oh, I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? It's got like pumpkin biscuit on top. Interesting. Let me just capture this moment. I mean, it looks good. I don't know how pumpkin spice and a hot chocolate will go together, but let's see. All right, it might be really hot. Okay. Wow. That is really fucking good. I feel like it's hard to find like good hot chocolates. I don't know, like they're either like really sickly or just watery, and that is really good. I mean, I've never actually had a hot chocolate from Tim Hortons, so I don't know what a regular one tastes like, but that pumpkin spice one is so good. I'm gonna try the s'mores one next time. But let's get into this little girly chat. I feel like I just wanted this to feel like we're on FaceTime together, like I'm your big sister or something, just giving you advice and just chatting on this Sunday. So yeah, as I said, I feel like I want to talk firstly about my fitness journey, kind of when I started, how I started, and just up to where I am right now. So I started my fitness journey, I've just got my camera roll up here just to jog my memory and just remind me of when I started. So I have some pictures here, I will put them on the screen just so that you have you know, some visuals. I have some pictures here from March 2018. This is when I was about 14. So I was about 14 at this time. And this isn't like when I first started my fitness journey, but I feel like this is when I started like taking it up a little bit more seriously. I feel like I definitely started in 2017, and I literally just started off by going with my friends from school, usually like boys, and I was like, do you know what, I'll just come with you and, you know, follow these glute workouts that I'd seen on Instagram, no doubt with like resistance bands. Basically just stuff that just does not work, like anything that you could imagine that was just silly. That is what I was doing, and I just feel like that is how everybody starts off on their fitness journey, really, isn't it? But yeah, I started off by going just after school, and I really did not pay attention to like my nutrition at the start. I was just going to the gym and being like, yeah, I'm gonna get a fat bum, let's not worry about anything else. But I feel like it was during this time in like the start of 2018 that I was like, let me actually focus on my meals and actually cook some really nice meals. And I really used to be quite like really passionate about food, like eating really healthily. I feel like I am now, obviously, but I kind of like let it consume me, and I wouldn't really allow myself to have any off-track meals. I was very like all or nothing approach, which is really quite the opposite to what I am right now. I really try and preach like a balanced diet, balanced lifestyle in general now. Like, as you guys know, I just always promote balance, which is obviously really important, and something that I didn't really do at the start of my journey, which I feel like is very notorious. Like I feel like everybody does that, don't they, at the start of their journey. But I really started focusing on food, and if you guys followed me like right at the start of me posting on Instagram, you'll know that I used to do makeup tutorials. So that is like, I feel like from about like 2016 maybe to 2018, I was posting makeup tutorials, makeup pictures and things like that. And then I remember, this was quite like a pivotal moment for me, in April 2018 I posted and basically announced that I was switching over my makeup account to a fitness account, because I didn't really feel that passionate about makeup anymore. I didn't really want to post it anymore. I feel like it was breaking me out really bad because I was doing these makeup looks all the time. And I was like, do you know what? Let me just actually post my fitness journey instead. And I made it very much fitness focused. Posted my journey, what I was eating, the workouts I was doing, even when the form was so bad. But I obviously didn't know that my form was like that bad at the time. So yeah, this was kind of like all the start of 2018. I, you know, got the supplements, I got the gym clothes, I got everything, and I feel like it was sort of really consuming my life, and as I said, I didn't really have a lot of balance with it. But I started seeing like muscle growth and progress, I feel like probably within the year from here, and you know, I started to notice glute growth, upper body gains and things like that. And coming from somebody that is naturally very slim, I find it really hard to gain weight and gain muscle and things like that. That was kind of like most of my journey, always the goal for me. I feel like maybe at the very start I wanted to be, you know, really small, really skinny, but pretty soon after that my main goal was actually to build muscle. I feel like I just wanted a big bum and a toned body, and I kind of wanted all the proportions that everybody wants, the hourglass figure, which for me just is not really possible. That's just not how I'm built, you know. I have hip dips, I'm not built like that. As much as I wanted to be, you cannot change how you are built genetically. Like, yes, you can build muscle, you can build up, but you can't change the way that your bone structure and the way that your muscles are. You cannot change how they grow, basically. And I realised that, even though I still kind of trained to look like that and kind of just like was like, yeah, well, these workouts target hip dips, so I'm gonna like fill out my hip dips, I'm not gonna have them anymore. I kind of like thought that that was what was going to happen. Obviously it wasn't. That's not what was going to happen. You cannot get rid of hip dips. You cannot get rid of love handles, however people call them. You cannot just create like a massively hourglass figure if you are not genetically built like that. That's just not really how it works. So yeah, I realized that like just over time, to be honest. I can't really remember when I sort of was like, oh, like it doesn't work like that. But I carried on lifting, carried on eating well, and it was just a very like slow progression sort of thing, and I was just really enjoying it at the time. But my main focus was how I looked. I was like, yeah, it makes me feel good, but like that's not really why I'm going to the gym. Like, I'm going to the gym to get a big bum, to look good. Basically, that is why I was going. And then moving on towards the end of 2018, I actually got my first like sponsor from a supplement company, which was really exciting. I kind of started using like supplements properly, and I feel like this is kind of where it took off for me, because I was just posting on Instagram, posting my journey, and I did not like blow up or anything like that straight away. I feel like it was just a steady growth. I already had community, and I still do, from posting makeup, and you know, people wanted to follow along on my fitness journey too, so they kind of like stayed around. And the growth, like the further growth that I saw from posting fitness content, just happened like over time. It happened over the years, to be honest. But going to 2019, I went on a holiday, and I pretty much like had it very fitness focused. Like, I went to the gym most days, and I didn't really like to eat too much. I didn't really want to indulge too much, basically, because I thought that it was going to ruin my progress and all of this jazz. And I feel like I was a little bit restrictive, not in the sense that I didn't eat a lot, but I just wanted to eat every meal healthy. I didn't want to have any chocolate, like unhealthy snacks, and I was just like, no, every snack has to be like hummus and cucumber, or like hummus and carrots. Like, no, that's hell. No, that like, now to me looking back, I'm like, oh. But I feel like I was quite macro focused at this point, still eating really well, but obviously focusing a little bit more on macros. I was starting to lift quite heavy weight, and I was building up my legs and my glutes mainly. This is now coming up to about a year from when I first created my fitness account. But yeah, I feel like my glutes were really building up. I was really proud of them. Bear in mind, at this time, I'm still like 15, 16 years old. I mean, I'm 21 now, so this is like 5-6 years ago. I was at school, I was doing this alongside my A-levels, and I feel like I was really enjoying life. Like, my main priority were not my A-levels, sorry, I was in high school, so I was doing GCSEs. My main focus was my GCSEs, so studying and then just training. That was basically my main focus, and I was quite content with like working on those two things. I then had my prom of summer 2019, and I then could really focus on my fitness journey more. I feel like this is definitely when it leveled up a little bit throughout that summer. You know, I had nothing to focus on except my fitness journey. I had just time to train and eat, and I was just loving it. And then I started college later that year, so like September 2019, and I feel like my fitness journey took a little bit of a back burner, because obviously I was at college, I had a lot more things to worry about. I just started, and I would kind of go out quite a lot, go out clubbing, going to parties and stuff, which is absolutely fine, and I just kind of focused a little bit less on fitness. And I feel like this is actually really where I realised and noticed that balance is so important, and that you can have balance and still make progress. You know, you can still go out on the weekend with your friends and still make progress and still hit the gym in the week. I do feel like college was quite a pivotal moment for me in that sense, and I just really learnt that balance is important. So anyway, this was end of 2019, moving on to the start of 2020, when we actually went into lockdown. Now this, I really hated lockdown, because obviously I couldn't go to the gym, and I just personally hate being at home all the time, feeling isolated, like I want to get out, you know, do things like most people do. So I resorted to a lot of home workouts, and I still had some weights at home, which I used on bands and things like that. And do you know what? We did this first lockdown, I can't remember until when we did it. I think it was until about August from March, so it was quite a while, and I was still making progress. I was still on track with my training, my nutrition, everything, and I was making progress, which I was really surprised about. And then we kind of got out of the lockdown, and I went to the gym and things like that, all masked up. And then the end of that year, we went into another lockdown, and I feel like this is really when I really locked in. Like, I don't even remember being this focused, like genuinely guys, it was snowing outside, and I was in a hoodie and a tracksuit and a beanie like this, I think, lifting weights in my garden. Like, I look back at that video and I'm like, whoa, you were like cool. Like, I just don't think I would do that now. I was like really fucking dedicated. I was like, I'm not letting this lockdown ruin my fitness. Like, I'm gonna be doing it. And I was posting it at the time, and then we go to 2021, basically like the start of 2021. I joined a new gym and really just locked in with my training, to be honest. I had already seen a lot of progress, and again, like, was really learning the importance of like balance. I was still going out and things like that, and I also had a job at the same time as being at college during this time, so I didn't have loads of time to go to the gym. I went like midweek and then I worked on the weekends, but I still like tried to go whenever I could and tried to be as dedicated as possible. I then joined another gym and got a new job, and I feel like this is the gym a lot of you probably remember, and I feel like it's when a bit of my content started going viral. And yeah, honestly, I was focused on building muscle, and I was kind of like on my 5-6 a.m. wake up grind because I had a job at the same time that started at about 8 a.m. So I was really fucking dedicated with my training every single morning. And then fast forward to January 2022, this is when I started doing actual brand work, working for brands, and I'm pretty sure I did like my first ever proper photo shoot for a brand, which was very, again, like a pivotal moment. And I started working with this brand. You guys probably remember it. I was with Holly, and I feel like that is just where it all started for me. Like, it kind of all quite quickly took off after that. And the start of 2022 is also when I bought my first Honor Active sets. I posted, I think I got Deep Taupe and Sage effortless because I was like, I need this effortless. And I posted these pictures, and Chrissy and Honor reached out for me to be an affiliate. This was the start of 2022, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is amazing. Like, I had followed Chrissy for years, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Anyway, so I obviously accepted that at the start of 2022, and I will say, if you are wanting to get into the, you know, influencer space, any brands that you use or buy, tag them. Always tag them, because that is how I got like approached by Honor. Is I just tagged them in, you know, the clothes that I wore that I'd bought with my own money. So do that, really do that if you are wanting to work with brands and be an influencer, essentially. So yeah, start of 2022, when I had this job, I was an assistant manager at a coffee shop, as you guys probably remember. I was really focused on meal prepping. I was taking in meal prep every day. I was really on track, and this is the kind of time that I actually like committed to my first ever bulk. So actually no, sorry, at the start of 2022 I didn't bulk. I was just really focusing on my nutrition. And then in around May time, so like 2 or 3 months later after I'd been asked to be an affiliate, Honor asked me to be a teammate, and I honestly nearly cried in the gym. When I got that email, I was like, oh my gosh, like, all I wanted was to be a teammate. This was when there was an athlete, so it went affiliate and teammate, so it was kind of like the top tier. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I would actually cry if I got asked to be a teammate. Anyway, I got asked, and I'm really sorry if I was out of focus for all that. I've literally just noticed that my steering wheel was in focus. I really hope that I wasn't out of focus that whole time. But yeah, June 2022, I got asked to be a teammate. And then that same winter of 2022 is when I first committed to a proper bulk. I'm going to just move this in case the steering wheel goes in focus. So yeah, end of 2022 to up until like the first 4 months of 2023, I was in a bulking phase. I'm sure you guys probably remember, but that was, again, I keep saying it, but a very pivotal moment for me. And that is like the first proper bulk I ever did, and I did it for around 7 months. I think I did it from October to April. I think that's about 6 or 7 months or something. And I gained a lot of weight and a lot of muscle. I think I gained around 8 kg, 8 to 9 kg, which was a lot for me. Like, coming from somebody that has always been really slim and found it really difficult to like put on weight and put on muscle, I was really proud of myself, and that was like my main goal. I wanted to build my glutes and build my legs mainly, and I feel like I really did that. Looking back at photos from before, honestly, I was so small, and I'm really grateful that I did that bulk, because even up until now I wouldn't have as much muscle as I have now without doing that bulk. And then in like May 2023, I decided to stop my bulk because I actually went to Dubai for a month. And to be honest, looking back at the pictures of me from when I finished my bulk and all of last year, basically, like, I just don't really recognise myself. I actually gained a lot more weight than I thought I did, and a lot of it went to my face, which I didn't notice at the time. Yeah, I just honestly don't even recognise myself and don't remember looking like that sort of thing. So as much as I'm glad I did the bulk, I don't think that I will be doing another one anytime soon. I would never say never, like I would never say I would never do one again, but I don't have a desire to do another one anytime soon. I'm really grateful that I did it, but I'm saying this because I've been getting asked a lot if I'm doing another like winter bulk, and I'm not. I'm just going to be focusing on my nutrition. I don't track my calories at the moment, and just eating foods that I enjoy basically. But yeah, that was May 2023, and then after that I took a very intuitive eating approach. When I got back from Dubai, I didn't track my calories, and I was just like, do you know what, I'm just going to eat, obviously healthily but intuitively, eating what I want, listening to my body. And then come September 2023, I had moved into my new apartment and stuff. I moved in like June, and I'd had a couple of months of just not tracking my calories, and it was really nice. But then in September 2023, I kind of decided, no, do you know what, I'm going to go hard in another bulk. Like, I'm going to do it. And I really started it off really well. I was really enjoying it. And then honestly, the feelings of like tracking my calories again, being so regimented, eating all this food, basically force feeding myself, the feelings of all of that kind of came back, and I was like, oh my God, like I don't want to do this again. You know, I'm happy with where my physique is at the moment, and I basically decided to stop my bulk, and I just continued to eat intuitively, and I have basically been doing that ever since. I feel like this year, 2024, is really the year that I have actually made the most progress with regards to my physique, and just in general, just like my whole mental, everything, my outlook on fitness, and just everything. I've really built up like a healthy relationship with it all, and I feel like unintentionally I did like a body recomp, and to be honest, I am the happiest with my physique now than I ever have been. And I think it really is like a mental thing. It's like a mental game. Like, the more you're worrying and stressing about your training and eating and things like that, the more you're not going to be happy, the more your body can actually sense the stress, and it won't react as well to your training and food because it's under stress. Whereas if you just take such a more relaxed approach with it, that is when you're probably going to see the most progress. Now, I'm not telling you guys to do a certain thing, like you can do whatever you want. But if you are somebody that is maybe really stressing, really anxious about your eating, your training, everything, I know it sounds so much easier said than done, but maybe just try taking a more relaxed approach, and I promise you, you will just feel so much better for it. Life is too short to not be doing that, and your fitness journey should not dictate what happens in your life. Like, your fitness journey should revolve around your life instead of the other way around. As the biggest piece of advice that I would give to anyone, do not let it consume you. Like, you are more than your fitness journey. You are more than the weights you are lifting. You are more than the calories you are eating. And to put it bluntly, there is just so much more to life. Basically, that is what I will say, and that is what I have learnt myself. But yeah, that leads me up to this year. This whole entire year I have eaten intuitively, not tracked my calories, and as I said, I'm the happiest with my physique that I ever have been. Some days I eat less, some days I eat more. I just eat when I'm hungry, and if I want some chocolate, if I want something sweet, I will have it. You guys know this, like I'm literally sat here with a hot chocolate. I never restrict myself, and I will never deprive my body of, you know, good food and foods that I actually want to eat. So yeah, I feel like that is basically my entire fitness journey up until now. So it's been a whirlwind of like 7 years basically. I feel like my fitness journey honestly is pretty boring. I always say this to people when people ask me like, you know, tell us about your fitness journey. It is pretty boring, honestly. I just started going to the gym and progressively enjoyed it the more I went, and that is just basically how it is. And I learn something new every day. I learn more about myself every day and every month and every year, and I really want to stress how important that is as well. So yeah, that is basically all the fitness questions. I'm gonna just have a look at these questions you guys have asked me. A lot of people asking, you know, how did I work for Honor, how to, you know, get established in the influencer fitness industry sort of thing. And I kind of touched on it earlier, but putting yourself out there is so important, and buying product that you like I really would recommend actually buying product from that company, tagging them, and just getting yourself known. Even if you're not getting known by the brand straight away, getting yourself known by other people, other brands, it is all like a domino effect, and it really just puts you out there essentially. And I will just say, be patient. Like, this obviously has taken me years and years to build the platforms that I have, to build the community that I have. And you don't just start working with big brands straight away. You don't just start making money straight away. And if you're going into it with that headspace, you're more than likely not going to be successful in it. You cannot go into it thinking, I'm doing it to get loads of money, I'm doing it for this. You need to just actually figure out what you enjoy and do that. Content wise, you need to make content you enjoy, create content you enjoy, and create your own little niche as well, because I think that is also really, really helpful in getting noticed and just differentiating yourself from somebody else. So a lot of people are actually asking me, like, what's my routine with filming and posting and stuff with content. So I feel like Instagram and TikTok are obviously very different to YouTube, but with Instagram, I film every day that I'm in the gym. So like all my workouts I film, and then I will maybe pick like 2 mornings out of the week to film whatever. But do you know what, I'm not like, I plan my content in advance, but I'm also not very regimented with it. So like maybe I'll wake up one day and I really don't want to film what I have planned, and I just won't. I will film something else instead. And sometimes I don't even need to film anything. I can make a video from stuff that's already in my camera roll, if that makes sense. So like B-roll content that's maybe with music over the back or a voiceover or something. But I like to have a mixture of voiceover content, music content, and then also like reels and pictures too on my Instagram. I think it's good to have a mixture of them all. And I have recently started doing voiceovers a lot more because, for one, I just feel like they're just so much more helpful and informative, and they're more engaging, because in the past I'd maybe upload a full day of eating with just music, and I just don't think that it's that informative and that helpful. So I have been doing that a lot more, and I find that you guys have been liking it, so I'm going to continue to do it. But then with YouTube, I choose, well, like this for example, I am taking one day to film this video, and I will edit it one of the days and upload it on the Sunday, because I upload once a week. I like to plan my YouTube videos like one in advance, just so that I know what I'm doing in case I need to film something throughout the entire week, for example. But yeah, sometimes something will just come to me like that, and if I don't have anything planned, I will just do something last minute. But I like to, again, with YouTube specifically, create content that's fitness based, that's also lifestyle based, vloggy based, and I just like to put a bit of everything out there on YouTube. And I really use YouTube as my space to show a lot more of my personality and less about fitness sort of thing, because obviously Instagram's like 1-minute videos, I'm posting workouts, everything is fitness related, whereas YouTube I can really show you more in-depth lifestyle things and just what I get up to on a day-to-day basis, which I really, really like that I am able to do that on this platform. This is genuinely my favourite platform out of everything that I post on. So love you guys on here, honestly. I love YouTube so much. A lot of people asking how it is living with my boyfriend. So if you didn't know, my boyfriend has recently just moved in with me like a month ago. So he always used to come and go because he was at university in Newcastle, so he'd like come maybe on the weekends and I'd maybe go to him. But he now works quite near Manchester, so he moved in and he works from home 2 days a week and in the office 3 days a week. And it's a really good balance, you know, like I really like it when he's in the office because I can film. I just personally like being alone when I'm working, and I just feel more focused, and you know, I just have all the space to myself. But then again, I also like it when he's at home because, you know, I get to see him and we can just see each other a little bit more. So yeah, I feel like we've found a really good balance with it. We've also found a good routine, and yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. Someone said, what filler slash cosmetics have you had? So I've had Botox in my forehead and in my masseter. So the masseter is like your jaw muscle basically, and I got it for 2 reasons. I got it because it helps to stop you grinding your teeth, because it basically like paralyzes your masseter muscle where you like grind your teeth in your sleep. And I obviously got composite bonding at the start of this year, so I didn't want to ruin it, and I was like, I actually grind my teeth so much in my sleep. So I got it because I was like, I hope it helps, you know, helps me stop grinding my teeth. And I also got it because I'd heard that it can slim your face down, and my head is very square. Like, as you can probably tell, I have a very square head, and I was a bit self-conscious about it. So I was like, do you know what? I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, and I'm just going to try it and just see if it does anything. And do you know what? I'm actually so happy with the results. Like, I feel like it has made my face so much slimmer. I'll put a before and after picture on the screen. I'm so happy with it. And then with my forehead too, my forehead Botox, I'm really happy with that as well. I feel like it makes my forehead look so much like shinier and smoother, and yeah, I'm just really happy with it. And then I have had filler in my nose, so it kind of like gives me like a nose lift. I don't know if you can tell, but my nose before was very like sloped. It had more of like a, it went over like that more. And yeah, I decided to get nose filler because I really wanted a nose job, but I was like, let me just try this first and see if it, you know, works, see if it does anything. And I could not be happy with the results from it. Like, I'm so happy with them. But yeah, that's everything I've had. I've not had lip filler or anything. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. A lot of people asking about my hair actually, which I'm really happy about because you guys know I got my extensions out like 3 or 4 months ago now. Also, I am gonna have to go in a minute because my camera is gonna die. But yeah, I got my extensions out like I think I got them out in like July, and I was really self-conscious and scared of getting them out because obviously when you have that much hair in your head, you rely on it, and you rely on it to give you confidence, which it definitely did. And I've never like been really confident about my hair. I've got very naturally like thin, fine hair, but I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna just get them out because for one, they're hassle, and I just didn't want to further damage my natural hair. So anyway, I got them out, and I really do feel like my hair has grown and got a little bit thicker since I've got them out. I don't know if it's just because I'm more used to my hair now, like seeing it again, but I oil it every single time that I wash it. I either use rosemary oil or I use a couple of oils from hair syrup, but I oil it like before every time I wash it, and I'll wash it maximum twice a week. So usually I wash it once a week, but say I'm doing something at the weekend or something, I will maybe wash it twice a week. But I wash it with cold water, and I wash it, and I think this also really helps. It just helps like keep the quality of your hair. You're not meant to wash your hair in like really hot water. So yeah, I wash it with cold water. I try and limit the amount of times I do slick back hair because I do it way too often, but I try not to do it as much. And I don't really put much heat on it, to be honest. I maybe put heat on it once a week, twice maximum. And if I want it kind of like up but I don't want to scrape it back, I will just maybe clip it up. But yeah, that's basically it. I've also been taking, well, I was, but I ran out, but these hair and energy vitamins from JS Health, they are amazing. They are worth the money. I think it's like 30 odd pounds for like a tub of hair and energy vitamins, but oh my gosh, they are so worth it. I need to buy some more. But they really made my hair grow and go thicker. I'm sure it's down to those because I've used them before. I used them in lockdown and my hair grew so much, and then I stopped for ages, and yeah, I need to get them again because they are so good. I highly recommend. I also take biotin every single day, so hopefully that's working as well. I feel like you can just never really know what is actually working, but I just do multiple things in hopes that one of them will actually work. But I think I'm gonna have to end this video here, guys, because I'm gonna run out of memory and my camera's gonna die, so double whammy. Do need to go, but I'm gonna finish drinking my hot chocolate. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like I've never actually really spoken in depth about my fitness journey, but I hope it was insightful and helpful and, you know, inspirational. And this is just your sign to start your fitness journey for you and nobody else. And you will probably be seeing over the next few weeks and months, like, don't wait for 2025, like, get it done now, which is true, yes, but I also want to mention that this is probably the time of year where you want to relieve the pressure a little bit, you know, like enjoy spending time with family, enjoy spending time with friends, enjoy drinking, eating out. Don't restrict yourself in that sense. I am definitely not going to be. I'm going to be doing my gym and everything alongside other things in my life, and if the gym takes a little bit of a setback, a little bit of on the back burner, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was nice and cozy, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.